Aloha and welcome. I'm Fade Panther, and this is the demo for Oddsparks, an automated adventure. I played this a little bit already, but it was such a good experience that I kind of wanted to do a video on like the entirety of it because I kind of glossed over, unfortunately, a fair bit of the story. Just because I wanted to get... It's a demo, so I wanted to get to piece after piece and actually experience the game, not the story. It's a calm and quiet day, and you are relaxing on your bench. All of your daily tasks are done, and the warm sun gently lulls you into a midday nap. You dream of adventure, of a more exciting life than the one you have right now in Frontier Village. When suddenly, an intense crash comes down the field and wakes you up. It's clear there is no way to fix the shed. You begin to clean up the area. As you clean up the debris and shards of wood, you find a glimmer of a gleaming metal object in the middle of the mess. This must have been the thing that crashed into and destroyed your shed. Unsure of what it is, you pick up the strange metal object and put it away for now. You should first replace your shed. So this game, I believe... Let's see if it'll cause me issues if I do it this way. Kinda. So this is made by Handy Games and Massive Mini Team. But it also seems like one of those two are... a part of the THQ Nordic. So this isn't exactly from like an indie developing team, but I did want to showcase it because I absolutely loved it. So camera, right stick. Come up. Now, when I first saw this person, I'm like, oh, cool. They're one of the big-haired women and everything. Nope. Something crashed into your shed? Well, sure. I could teach you how to fix up a new one. The woodsman will help you rebuild your shed, but requires some wood logs. You can get wooden logs from the logger. Don't forget to collect the wood logs out of the logger, or harvest them from bushes around the village. Deliver the items to the quest giver by putting them in their storage. Great. Now get me some logs from the loggers over there, and I'll prepare some sawn timber for you. So this is I can see a lot of people getting into this part of it and just like, oh. So you have to hold this down, and it kind of has that feel of a idle clicker. It's not. No rush with the thing I asked. Everything takes as long as it needs to. But if you've forgotten, you can look at your quest log for what to do. Oh, right, yeah. You have to go over here to their storage and do it that way. The woodsman will help you rebuild your shed, but blah, 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 blah. Give complete. Perfect. Here's that sawn timber you need. Now all you have to do is make the shed. So, open the map. I forgot to do that. I'm jumping a cup ahead because I'm so excited. Alright, so right here we press this button. Then we do that. Talk to the divine researcher. You need my help with a weird thing? I love weird things. Let me see. Ooh, what if I poke it right? The strange piece of metal you picked up from the broken shed comes alive. It wraps itself around your brooch and staff, and suddenly, a wealth of information enters your mind. Dazed, you look at the ancient tablet nearby the researcher and realize you can understand the ancient writings. The ancient tablet seems particularly wicked, but you can definitely read some of the text. Something about magic, devastation, a spark. Something about hope. You relay everything to the researcher. Oh, you can understand it? That's incredible! Amazing news! Oh, you must look at the village monument for me. The divine researcher wants you to use your newfound ability to understand divine texts to read a few things. Firstly, he wants you to check out the village monument in the middle of the village. Except in pin. Go without me. I'll just slow you down. You come back and tell me what you find, you hear? Kind of merging a little bit of the, what's his name? Stinky Pete from Toy Story 2. And, like the old wise sage from other stuff I've seen. Alright, here's this. The village monument looms above you, quietly and with a weight of its years behind it. You extend your hand and the strange metal in your brooch radiates a soft light. Brain, mouth, cooperate with each other, please. Suddenly, the carvings on the stone itself begin to shift into text. You barely have time to understand what you see as writing appears and disappears. You can't catch all of the information. Something about a last accessed several million years ago. Oh, million days ago. With the word of danger catches your eye. Clearly this monument was more than you had assumed. The words settle for a moment. Dangerous levels of corrupted ether detected. Cleansing pulse routine initiated. You can hear the monument rattle. Something inside is trying to happen, but nothing happens. Etheric cleansing failed. Key functions missing. Cleansing routine recommended. Danger to life critical. A piece of stone moves aside, revealing a handful of empty key slots. You should tell the divine researcher about everything you've found. Spark key, question mark. None of that is going to be able to be done in this demo, I think. That's not to say this demo is short. You describe everything you've seen when the village monument was activated to the divine researcher. Strange texts, missing spark keys, how it tried to do a cleansing purge but failed. The divine researcher's natural smile falls as he tries to digest everything. We've had individuals explore the north, past the woodlands, and even past the mountains. The ones that traveled the furthest returned ill, talking about how the magic, the aether itself, felt strange. Some had used the word corrupted. It would explain a lot if the village monument can clean the corrupted aether. It did seem odd that this place was so perfect to make a village in. Sounds like we need to turn it on and try it out. The divine researcher believes that the threat described by the village monument is one that should be taken seriously. However, find finding every single spark key that no one has even seen or heard of before will be difficult. 9 sounds impossible. It will not be possible to complete this quest for a while. Maybe someone in the village will figure something out as you progress. Just accept it, don't pin it. I suppose we'll have to find the missing spark keys first, perhaps more. I'll see what I can dig up first in my notes. This village has existed for a few decades now without any problems. I don't think the threat is so immediate that we'll fall sick out of nowhere. Just be careful on your adventures. But for now, there's lots of ancient shrines that you should translate. Now there's a few in the woodlands. Perhaps they would reveal more about our mystery. You technically are not allowed to go out there. It can be quite dangerous, but I won't tell anyone. The Divine Researcher wants you to use your newfound ability to understand the divine facts to read a few things. Now, he wants you to find and look at ancient shrine that is in the woodlands, just outside of the village. You can leave the village by the old mine shaft to the northwest. Except ending. So you keep going through the old mine shaft, and there should be some strange-looking little building. I call them ancient shrines. It's kind of kooky, the little golden statue on top of it. You have my permission to go, so go. Have an adventure. It's always a good idea to check this, because one of the things that stopped me from just playing this demo on my own actually happened to have been that after it was said and done, I actually soft locked myself. I couldn't have continued without huge amounts of time taken because I screwed up. Oh, and it's procedurally generated because this was not the layout before. Oh, but I like this layout. You'll understand in a minute. You start looking at the shrine, but as you look closer, it's more evident that it's not actually a shrine, but some kind of machine. You extend your hand, and the strange metal in your brooch radiates a soft light. With a touch, the machine rumbles as it works by itself. After a short moment, the machine stops and displays writing. From what you can understand, the shrine usually is capable of making something called a stumpy spark. However, it is currently broken and is asking for items to fix itself. Turns out the ancient shrine is some kind of machine. The shrine is broken, and it's asking for items to fix itself. When fixed, it'll be able to make a stumpy spark. It wants aether shards, which can be, which you can get by hunting animals. You don't know how to hunt, but you can find a corpse somewhere in the woodlands. You touch the shrine, and a small hatch opens to reveal a slot where you can put the items inside. You leave it for now. Okay. Here we go. That's important for later. I don't know what the leaves are for just yet. I need 3 more. Two more. One more. Now, technically, I could have gone back to that other thing to get some more logs. But there is a point to this. Okay, so now we come down here. This one, I open the inventory. Complete. The shrine slowly whirls into life. It takes the items and begins to fix itself. It seems to be running some kind of test, checking if everything still works. Suddenly, it spits out a rather strange creature into your arms. The shrine notes that the Stumpy Spark has immediately activated as a part of its tests. Stumpy Spark stares at you, and it seems ready and eager to receive instructions. However, before anything can be done, with a puff of magic, the Stumpy Spark turns into a wooden disc that fits into your hand. With the Spark's deactivation successful, the shrine claims that it is now fully operational and ready to be assigned Sparks. Strange metal of your staff changes, and the slot that can fit the discs appear. You can place in it the Stumpy Spark. You place it in, and the Stumpy Spark begins to follow you. Ta-da! Now we got a little buddy, and that little buddy can do stuff. So first, toss him over there. He can actually deal with the trees directly. He can also hunt too, but we'll get to that in a second. Yay. Now. Ooh, whoops. Nope, come back. You're not strong enough to deal with that. Hey. Hey, dumbass. That's what I was trying to throw you on. Okay. So now, by himself, he will start to produce the Stumpy Spark. As an FYI, they are always faster than you. But yeah, it's definitely something cool. I really enjoy this. What does this say? Of logs. I've called them Stumpy Sparks. They're the first step in making it right. Okay, so 1, I collect him, and 2, I regather him. So I can put 2 in the spark slots. Or I can do this. So before I go wild and everything like that, I need to make sure to talk with the Divine Researcher, because there's going to be lots of things coming up as I complete quests, and my inability to check on them caused me to softlock. The Divine Feature, blah, blah, blah. Complete. You tell the Divine Researcher on everything that you've seen about the ancient shrines, especially the rather strange creature that came out of it after you fixed it. So, they're called Sparks, you say? How unusual. Clearly, I have some research to do. They're quite cute. You should show them around. Maybe the others in the village will have some thoughts or ideas on them. So, the woodsman has an idea. Those are... what are those little guys? Sparks, you say? And you can get them to work for you? Aye. Tell me more. You see his eyes twinkle, despite the fact that he can't see his eyes at all. In thought, as you describe the ancient shrine and how the sparks work in one, he mutters something and nods to himself. Oh, I see. Yes, of course. Pretty ingenious, eh? Right. Let me have a few, will you? And get me some materials. I want to try making a logger for your little sparks. The woodsman thinks he can create a logger that the sparks can work in, but he needs some material to try it. He'll also give you the materials you'll need to craft your first one. So I will need to get 10 logs, 5 stone, and 2 stumpy spark discs. You leave the woodsman in deep thought as he mentally constructs the design for the logger. So first off, they cannot use this one. And what I want to do is have them go after other things instead of doing this for right now. Logs will come. Oh man, logs will come. So let's just get this out of the way right now. There. Because I will need to make at least 2 more discs. Trust me, not having these guys on your side is a bad thing. So we are gonna need some more of the things and at least 10 logs. So that's 6. So I just need 3 more. Yes, you can get a lot of them working on one particular task. There. Now... Ta-da! So now while they're doing that, I'm going to go and see if I can't find some stone. What's in here? Oh! Cool. Cool. Hey, look, there's stone. Awesome. Randomly generated. I had no idea this was going to be here. I did know what it was, but... Okay, so with that out of the way... It definitely gives me a more simplistic Autonauts vibe. Give him that. Give him that. Complete. Of course. Since they're so small, they would need a low table, and it's done. One very important thing. You'll need an etheric orb to build the logger. They offset the aether in the giant trees, you see. And you don't really need to know what that means. But let me tell you, I'm personally tried harvesting these giant trees without an etheric counterbalance. It took me a whole 2 months to regrow my mustache. First, we found the etheric orb in the beefant corpses that are around the woodlands. I'm sure you can find more. But for now, I'll give you a few I have on spare. Oh, okay. So, FYI, I absolutely did not know that that's where I got those orbs from. Oh! You look like you've been a very busy beef hunt today. How about I teach you how we have an eye on things when you look at tasks to do? The mayor tells you of the trick that she uses to take a look at a bigger picture and figure out what to take care of next. With the mayor's advice, you create a text overview. It should help you track your progress and identify what you have to do if you get stuck. You should spend a little time to get acclimated to it. Cool. So this is all the stuff. That's it. So the quartermaster is the next one, and he's only got the 2 quests. He's got another one after that. The mayor has a tier 2 quest, or it has a quest that unlocks a second tier. Okay. Hey, so those weird little dolls of yours, the woodsman was showing them off. They follow instructions, right? You think it carry stuff too? After seeing the woodsman show the sparks off, the quartermaster has an idea. Maybe they can be given instructions to not just work in places, but to carry items from one building to another using paths. Oh, I'm using the wrong. She asks for a few sparks to test it out and promises to teach you what she's learned. So I need to make 3 of them. I couldn't tell if it was a female or a male, which is fine. I mean, that happens. Actually. Oh, wait, no, I've got the... Can I... Yes, I can make it. So this, build to infinitely harvest logs and more from a giant tree. So when I first did this, I just plopped it around and I didn't care. Here's the thing. Pressing X allows you to flip it around, and trust me, it's so helpful to do this. So now, you want to know how fast they are? Literally, one of them is as good as you are. So there's 2 of them, and they're constantly working. So now, I need to make 2 so the Stumpy Sparks can work here and do their stuff. Which will then allow me to make 2 more without having to do anything. This is the type of automation I'm really cool with. I do love the programming side that Autonauts had. Like, I really do. Pop, pop. There we go. It just got so overwhelming near the end of it. Especially considering how much you had to, like, destroy your stuff just to come back and do it again. I believe I need 5. Perfect. There. Because it takes... no, that would get me 4, wouldn't it? No, no. It would give me 4 because it takes 5 each. I don't want to leave an extra one in there. So for now, because I need to make 3. This will get me on this side of stuff, which, trust me, is so going to be helpful. This game, by the way, holds up really well, even if you have a ton of these little guys running around. Awesome. Let's go ahead and just grab that, plop that in there. Because they'll keep working even if you go back to the village. It works. They walk on paths. They pick up items from buildings they pass. They drop off items in buildings they pass that can use them. They also pick up items on the path if it's in their way. But they only walk on the right side of the path for some reason. Here, let me show you how to make a dirt path. Okay. Nope. Try it out. The quartermaster explains step by step what you should try to understand how exactly sparks work. So we need to build a logger, did that. Need to connect the logger to the Stumpy Spark Shrine. Then we need to throw Stumpy Sparks on the path and transport 20 logs. Tell me how it went. So it already accepted that, yes, that. And as an FYI, the dirt paths cost you nothing. So now, open up this, go over here. There's a barrel, but for right now, we're not going to need it. There's that. Let's actually take this. Bop, bop, bop. So now, they'll take that, go over here, and do that. So, the reason I'm doing this is because we toss that in there. Automation. It takes a lot to make the 10 stumpies. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to hold off until I have 4. Dump those 4 onto that. And then anything extra I'm going to use as my guys to do stuff with. It doesn't look like I'll need to be able to do that. So, I will also put this here, so that if there's any overflow that doesn't end up in here, it will end up there. So there's always a thing happening. Oh. Oops. That's fine, though. That's fine. Let's use these 4 and collect some Aether Shards. Awesome. Okay. They do get a little ballistic. So it looks like they will drop off even if they're on the right-hand side, provided the thing in question. But look at how fast they are at collecting. So let's just get one more off of these guys. There we go. Now we got 5 of them. They'll continue to work while we go and do the quest stuff. See? Always right-hand side. And they'll do stuff like this, where they pick up from one end, and come back around and put back in. She nods as you explain to her what happened when you created the production line, and her lips relax into a soft and satisfied smile.
Yeah.
Nice. Here, take this as a gift. 10 sawed lumber. So, the big thing to note is that if you saw it when I was making buildings, see how this does not have any inlet or outlet? That's important. That is incredibly important. All right, let's talk with this guy. I've been looking through my research, and it seems that these sparks are entirely unique. You're the first person to discover such a thing. What? Are you surprised that this old man can actually do some work? Divine technology is my speciality. I'll have you know. And I've been thinking, maybe we can recreate the spark machine. The divine researcher grins, his eyes full of passion. He takes out several pages full of questions that he is prepared to ask you. The divine researcher wants you to recreate the ancient stump spark shrine. He'll require some materials to help him finish his work. 5 aether shards and 10 stumpy sparks. You spend what feels like forever answering literally a lathery of questions about the stump spark shrine. Its dimensional, its dimensions, its connections, how every little thing seems to work. By the end, the divine researcher seems satisfied. I see. So it uses some etheric energies as other divine technology, and it certainly fits some old hypotheses, but replicating the actual process, well, nothing to do but try. Alright, so I will need 5 more aether shards, which is not going to be difficult, and 10 stumpy sparks, which isn't going to be a problem either. Alright, so I was thinking that maybe we can get these sparks to not just harvest the wood, but actually craft with it. I'll need quite a lot of materials to try some ideas, but you and your sparks can do it. So, the woodsman wants to create a saw bench for the sparks so they can refine wood. It requires some materials to try out his designs. If you have trouble, expand your logic's network to find more giant trees and building more workstations. Don't forget that you can send your sparks to harvest trees for wood. Yes, let's make something new together. So, first we'll handle the wooden logs, because that's going to be very easy. Up, 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 up. Up. Done. Oh, right, I forgot. Let's grab another. So, not you. You. So if you don't have one of these, there we go. Only really need 2 on this side of stuff. If you don't have that, you can't stockpile the things because it will only keep 10 in here. So we'll put those back for right now. I will need 10 of the stumpies, and that will get me... I put 5 in there, there was 3, so we do need to collect more aether shards. It's got a Pikmin vibe to it too, now that I really think about it. Oh. Come on. There we go. That should be enough. I'm not touching that. That was part of what ended up causing me to get soft locked. So here's something that I really find cool. Your character can mantle up at least 1 block high. You can't jump, but I don't feel like the game ever punishes you for, like, that sort of problem. So I'm just going to need 1 more. There we go. So there's 2 quests out of the way. Super lickety split. First we'll come over to this guy and give him the 100 wood. Pop, 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 pop. Perfect timing. Let me show you my final design. So, much of the machinery inside of the building is inside of the building. It simplifies the work so the sparks of yours don't have to do anything too complex. No offense, they're not very smart. When I tried to give them a complex order to one, they just get very confused. Of course, there's always more room for improvement, but try it out. Cool. Now we come over here. 5. It's done! So there's no way of building this without ancient bases. Piping is vital, and I can't quite replicate it. But I've made progress. I've made it progress aesthetic. Alright. It means that you can use it with other types of sparks. What? I know there are more shrines out there. I bet a warm dinner that there's more sparks too. Oh, I always thought that these statues were minor deities, but to think that they were these little creatures. Awesome. The researcher squints at you with his glasses, over his glasses. You've been you weren't planning on just trying it out and not telling me the results, were you? The divine researcher wants to know how well the spark workbench works, and will reward you for testing it out and giving him some stumpy sparks. Yes, even more. Good. I'll even give you a little something for it. Don't make me wait too long. Before we go anywhere, let's go up and talk with this person. Look, I know that everything's exciting with these spark thingies, but I don't like you going out there so much. There's a reason that we don't let anybody out and walk into the woods, you know? Oh. I've agreed that I'll give them a chance, but I won't let it go without a fight. If these little creatures of yours can't do it, then they're not worth the risk. The mayor wants you to prove yourself. Use everything you've learned so far to complete the goal. If you are having trouble, expand your logic's network to find more giant trees and build more workstations. Don't forget that you can send your sparks to harvest trees for wood. Please take care of yourself out there. Alright, this task is definitely going to be a higher tier one. So for now, we will have to worry about a few things. If I remember correctly, there's a giant tree. There's a giant tree. can't... Oh, wait, I can make use of this one. I think this one I can make use of pretty easily. They will only pick up one item if you just toss them, just as an FYI. So I need 10 logs to set that up, which is fine. Of course. There we go. Yep, that was enough. So now, let's make this. Turn it like that. Perfect. Now, we need to make this. I don't actually want to fund it, just as a heads up. Like, that's not the point. Okay. There. So, while that's going, because I will need the 10 more. Oh god, that's right. I'll need 40 more. We'll keep that going on that side. Let's grab this, because I'm gonna need this. Bop. Bop. Because it's such a small span, I don't need that many of them. Come to think of it. I only need one here. Because it's not made fast enough for one to, for more than one really to be needed. Cool, so that's going on that side. Go collect more aethers. Because if I remember... Quest log, here we are. No, not that. So it needs 10, so I'll need 50 of these guys. No. I just like having a 10 on me. Ah! That's fine. That is okay. That is a scary looking creature that I have not actually got to see yet. Alright. Let's go dump this into the other one. Alright, so, one thing I'm kind of curious about. Tools. There we go. Let's go grab a thick of timber. That'll slow things down here, but that's fine. You have to have it at least 2 away because you can't have a logistics path that is just 1. Oh, and as you just noted, it is actually possible for them to do that. So now I do need to put more of these guys in. I'm only gonna need the one there. I only need the one. So there, I got my 10 back. That's awesome. That's cool. This so now those both are working on their collective stuff. I'm going to need 50 outside of the 10 I've got. So basically a couple of stacks. I don't know what you're doing. Stop it. There's been a lot of racers as of late in my area. It's been annoying. Grab that, please. I do actually need to be careful, I think. Alright. Where... Oh, Spunny Burrow. Ooh. Is it a spider bunny? That's why it's called a spunny? Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. Alright, so you guys have been working diligently on this side. Give you some more to work with. That's one stack for me to work with. I need 4 more stacks. That's the 60 lumber. That's 30. I need 20 more. So let's go look for some more Aether shards. Let's look to the left here. So I'm going to imagine that those are more adult spunnies. Aha! Alright, that solved that problem. One thing I have to say I like about this one is there's no day-night cycle that I've seen so far. So you're never feeling pressured to do as much as you can in as little time as possible. And because nothing gets stacked up anywhere, it just sort of is where it is. I never feel pressured to keep things going. But that's me. I'm weird. I'm aware I'm weird. That's not quite finished yet. What about you? That's one more. There we go. I mean, I probably don't need as many of these guys as I have. But it's still nice to have them, and it's not... Like, I don't have a cap. Like, there's no cap for me doing this. There's no, like, truncation of making them that I've seen so far. It is just... work until you got them. She's got the... So, first, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4... The mayor takes inventory of the items you've asked for with disbelief. This is what we normally could make in a month. Okay, I clearly can't stop you, but please promise me that you'll take care of yourself. I'm proud of you, no matter what you do. Always have been. So now the merchant has become available. Now this guy, I didn't notice because I was just spamming through stuff. I have a question. Are those sparks of yours good at defending themselves? Or, say, a trade caravan? We avoid disturbing wild animals, but sometimes they attack. And of course, there's also bandits. Maybe they could be help, and you should start with something weak. Hunt some field spunnies for me. You can find a lot of them in the woodlands. The merchant is considering whether or not sparks can be used to help defend a travel caravan, and wants you to defeat some field spunnies. Field spunnies can easily be found in the woodlands. Don't confuse them with forest spunnies, alright? If you attack one of those, the whole nest will come after you. Oh, alright. I just dawned on what he's telling me. That's crazy. Excellent news! I was going through some old notes and I found something on an unusual shrine. It's always confused me, but it didn't have a little creature on top of it. I don't think you've found it yet, but I think I'll mark it on your map. The Divine Researcher has encircled a location on your map that he believes has a spark shrine. Find it via your map and unlock the shrine. Be careful out here, you hear? Don't get too close to those mantis stungs. What the fuck is a mantis stung? I was looking for at the village monument, and there's always this part that looks like an ancient waypoint. I thought that maybe we can activate it. I was snooping around and noticed something very exciting. There was this broken cube looking thing that I could take out. I think I can fix it with some etheric items. Excuse me. The Divine Researcher has found a broken item among the village monument that he wants to fix. He believes that fixing this would fix the ancient waypoint, and it requires some materials to fix it. This is one reason I didn't do the other thing. We make a good team, you and I. Alright, let's drop in 3 of those. You describe your experience with the spark workbench to the researcher. As he's furiously scribbles his notes. For each thing you tell him, he feels like he's writing 5 different thoughts. After you finish, the old man furrows his brow and deep in thought and sighs gently. If only I was a decade or 2 younger. I'm very glad to even be alive to help your adventures and discoveries. Here, take this. I know you'll find use for them, I'm sure. Oh, okay. I thought I had to activate the extra shrine. Apparently you don't. Alright, cool. At least we get a video out of this guy. Right, fellas? And or ladies. I don't know. I don't know my audience right now. The divine researcher takes the ethereal shards with surprising precision applies them into the cube. Blah, blah, blah. After a moment, the cube begins to glow softly, and your brooch glows, as if in response. The carvings on the cube shifts and turns into words. It claims that you've been registered as a user. Oh, wait, no, I do have to... Alright. What? What happened? Is it fixed? Can you try it? So this teleporter is the only teleporter that will never run out of power. So now I can teleport back anytime I want. Instantaneous travel! How incredible! Tell me how it was, and don't spare any detail. You described the process of using the village monument to the divine researcher. You mentioned that other waypoints that you've seen in the woodlands, how it feels, how it works, how you were designated as a user. Fascinating. Fascinating. So it's so curious that you can only teleport to specific waypoints, but from anywhere. Is there a distance limitation? I wonder how we can assign other people as users. Here, for you. Alright. Cool. Oh, the Spark Shrine. I didn't need the extra 10. Alright, you know what? If I didn't need the extra 10, let's... have 20! Ha-ha! Oh, hello there. So you know how your sparks can turn wood logs into timber. Wow, sawn is a word that I am not used to. I was thinking maybe we can get them to make something more refined. Do you think you could give me a hand? Build 2 loggers, build 2 saw benches, get 100 sawn timber. The woodsman wants to try to create a more refined item out of the wood. He'd like to see you expand your production to have a bigger test of current machines and understand how to make them better. Yeah, alright, whatever. I just need to make another saw bench, which I plan on destroying immediately. There's no point in keeping it. So, before we go and we do anything else, we had this, the Ancient Shrine. The other Ancient Shrine, as an FYI, required wooden planks. It's very strange. You extend your hand and touch the shrine. The strange metal on your brooch radiates with a soft light as the machine begins to hum and come to life. The machine clarifies it is capable of making aether shards, but is currently broken. This shrine is some kind of machine that can make aether shards, but is currently broken. It's asking for more Aether Shards. The machine whirls to life. It takes the items and begins to work by itself. It seems to be running on some sort of test, checking that everything still functions. There's a hiss of steam as the machine finishes a process, and seems to refine etheric pellet into ether shards. The shrine claims that is now fully functional and ready to be used. Let's go get a little thing of wood. 2 things of wood actually would be helpful at this juncture. Oh, there you are. I'm like, where did I put it? There. Made plenty of those guys. Okay, so we need this. There. That should be good for our goal. That's a little too dangerous. You're not. Oh, warning. Okay. So that's how they prevent you from going too far in the demo. That's fine. That's cool. There we go. Oh, you're... Nope. Oh, hi. Okay, I probably should have grabbed some of the stuff that I wanted to bring with me. Whoop, that's the wrong direction. What do you want extra? When my grandfather explored the woodlands long time ago, he described in his notes a shrine that has some strange looking statue. Thinking about it, it might be a spark machine. Here, I'll mark it on your map. Don't forget to come back and tell me about it. Okay, that's a secondary thing. No, not that one. Okay, I've got one more of those guys to find. I don't know how close we are to the end of the demo, so... Oh, let's go grab the 100? Was it 100? Yeah, it was 100 soon lumber. Oh, right, and... Hey, look at that, we built it. Oh man, had to delete it. Two, 3, 4, 5, 100. It's infinite, so... So we finished that. Let's go find one more field spunny. There you are.
Oh.
In one hit, you say? Huh, that's much better than I expected. They look so cute, I thought they wouldn't be able to do much. Here, a little something for your time.
Oh.
Okay, let's skip the forest bunnies. Can they hunt a beetlefunt?
Mm-hmm.
I heard there's only the docile type in the woodlands near the village, so they shouldn't be too dangerous. The merchant wants to give you a bigger challenge, and to use the sparks to defeat a beetlefunt. We saw one. They can be found around the birch trees. They seem docile, but they can be very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
You should take as many sparks as you can with you. I'm pretty sure the beetlefunt will be more than just one hit. And I've seen those trunks break bones. Don't get hurt yourself, alright? Or the mayor will give me an earful. Yeah, we'll go and handle that in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You describe your findings to the woodsman as, you describe your findings as the woodman appraises the sawn timber. He nods slowly, his mind connecting the dots to the finer details of the spark-sized machines. Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. This makes it a lot easier. You can just create multiple settings for everything. Think of it like a recipe. If you create a new setting for the saw bench, all you need to do is... So the merchant has been bothering me about getting your sparks to make something useful instead of just raw materials, like sawn timber and wooden panel. But the problem is that we need a new building if they need to actually assemble something. The saw bench won't cut it this time. Get it? The woodsman is looking for some materials to help complete his design for the wood workshop that allows your sparks to assemble a more complex wooden items. Ooh. The merchant said that pun wasn't very good, but I think they secretly liked it. Alright. I think right now is a great time to, because we've still got some more production to do, we've still got that Beetlefant to battle, there's still some pretty hefty things to deal with. I will catch you all in the next episode of this demo that is actually showing the frickin' game off. Until next time, have fun, be safe, and aloha.